Hello everybody, I'm Sneaksy Gamer and welcome back to Thief Deadly Shadows. We were just about to go up to the seclusion chamber. I don't know why I've got my blackjack, it's absolutely useless against all these. And that's just creepy. Now this is the guy who wears the wax mask, and he was very intelligent and dangerous, they said. So we've got a ring here, and this is not exactly a living area. I mean, there's nowhere to sleep. There's just... it's not exactly somewhere somebody should be living. But as I mentioned, there are no buttons up here for the elevator for obvious reasons. We wouldn't want the patient to get out, so we have to kind of use these pipes to drop down and hope that we don't fall to our death. Come on. No, not off that side, this side. Oh, come on, why can't I drop down there? I might just have to drop here and take damage. That might kill me though, crap. Okay, good, I was able to catch myself on the lip of that doorway. Anyway, that's a more complex lock, and it's just quicker to go around. So now, we've got number 2. This one, I can't remember who was in number 2. We will find out once I'm in there. And these noises are kind of disturbing. Okay, this was the guy with the blunt utensils who could go to the meal hall with supervision. So we've got a goblet and a note here, I'm assuming was written by the little kids. We snuck into the kitchen and found some bread, but that fat man was in there with his forks and knives. He's the one who shouldn't be allowed to wander around. And there's his blunt utensils. Number 3. And creepy noises. Gotta love creepy noises. You'd think I would have these door locks memorized by now. So, in here, which one was this? Ah, this was the one with the candle. And I do not understand the heartbeat in the room. But we've got some moss arrows here. Can't I get past this chain? I got in. There we go. We've got number 4. I really should make a note of which patient is which. But I guess it's not really that important, but it would be nice just for me to know who's who. This was the guy who's got his box of clockworking tools. Is there anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. by now. This was the guy with the telescope.
Those bricks look a little uneven.
Got some meat back
Someone did some amateur work.
So again, kinda some creepy implications of a patient taking a little girl's nightgown back to his cell and hiding it behind a false wall.
The staff blamed him for what happened to me. They were wrong.
I mean, might just be something innocent. Maybe he had a daughter and the nightgown reminded him of his daughter or something, but judging by just the way things are in this level, I'm thinking it was something a bit more sinister. Okay, that's number 9. I don't want to go into number 9 yet. That's number 7, and there's a puppet in there. So number 6, we just did number 5, I'll go into number 6 now. Crap. Okay, this is the one with the lady who had her baby's ashes. And this is just creepy. I don't think there's anything else in here. There's some little tiny shirts up there. It's just disturbing, some of this. Now this one, I can never remember it. Why can I never remember it? I think it's just kind of instinct for me to just kind of just start at the right and then just go around in a circle on this. This is the one with the birdhouse. And wow, I didn't notice that before. There's a bunch of dead birds pinned up to the wall. I believe this was the one that we read the note. Was the doctor told the parents or the family that she would never be able to go home, and yeah, I think that's what this one was. I'm not sure. I'm not certain. Number 8. Okay, so it's left, down. It's left now. Left, up, down. I finally got it. Finally remembered it. Only took me, which one is this? 8. Only took me 8 tries to remember it. Okay, this is the one with the less dancing lessons or whatever it was. In the lobotomy theater. And number 9. Left. Down. This was the one with the tinderbox and the pyro, which which is believed to be the one who started the fire. There's some oil there, which kind of doesn't exactly help to take away the fuel in their tinderbox if there's going to be a flask of oil in their room that they can get their hands on. So that makes me think even more so that is just disturbing. It sounds like there's something right behind me. Now we have to go down this way to the morgue. But as I was saying, the flask of oil in there leads me to believe even more so that that's the person who started the fire. So we're heading to the treatment rooms now, and
Once I saw a man in one of the basins, all wrapped up in wet bandages. He heard me come in and started making screaming noises. I think he wanted me to help him, but I was too afraid.
now we've got another one of these creepy puppets over here. That one's dead. I didn't want to use the fire arrows because those make noise, and there's another puppet right over there. And again, I haven't been paying attention to how many I've killed, so I don't know how many are left. I believe this is the last one up on in this area. Hey, get back here. Why did that take so many fire arrows to kill that one? So here's the lobotomy theater. We've got the silver surgical kit there. And we've got a note here. Ranker, I was impressed with your report on the botched lobotomies. Sometimes mistakes such as these are our greatest learning tool. I shouldn't wonder that in the future they'll call this procedure the Ranker lobotomy and use it on the most difficult cases. I'd enjoy the opportunity to observe you performing one soon. Petahue. And another disturbing thing about this, lobotomy theater, and there's chairs around, so they had an audience while they were performing this lobotomy procedure on the patients. Okay. I thought there was another one here. I'm pretty sure that noise means they're dead, but I'll give you a fire arrow just to make sure. And I'm pretty sure that should be all of them up on this floor. Can't guarantee it though. Now this leads to the back part of the Hall of Records. And we've got partial skeleton here. That's just weird. Dr. Hanscom, another patient died today. Subjects should not be left alone even for a brief period during heat remedies. That should be pretty obvious. If you've got some hot heating element laying on a patient's skin, you shouldn't leave them alone for any period of time. I had to remind Petahue of much the same thing regarding his new water cures. Again, pretty obvious. Somebody's submerged underwater, you don't leave them alone. As repugnant as it may be, we must collect data before, during, and after these experimental therapies in order to ascertain their soundness. Dr. Sandbridge. So that right there tells you they don't even know if these things are working. They're experimenting on the patients. This is the nursery tower. Oh, this is a more complex lock. I do have to say, this is my favorite level out of the first 3 games. In the 4th game, there's an asylum level that is probably my favorite one in the whole series. We've got a candlestick here, and we're at 98% loot, and the last bit is down in the morgue. It's the golden teeth we read about earlier. They moved us to the nursery tower. I guess they needed to make room for all those patients. Drept says not to cry so much because it makes Miss Arthur mad. So this leads back out here, and that's not where I want to go. I want to go down to the morgue, which is back here. And we've got an elevator here that leads to the morgue. And where was that ladder? We've got a ladder around here somewhere that leads to it as well. Back here? No, the ladder was around here somewhere. I know it was. Was it over here? No, where the heck is the ladder? There it is. I'm gonna take the ladder. Because I don't want to take the elevator, because the elevator is noisy, and I just don't like elevators in these games. They tend to have a good chance of squishing you if you're not standing on them quite properly. So we've got another puppet. There you are. Over there. And we've got one over here that scared the ever-living shit out of me when I was playing earlier because my game screen is so dark I didn't see it laying there. Now you're dead. Now where'd your friend go? There you are. Okay, now I'll get up there. I don't want to climb up there. I want to go in here. And we've got a bag of gold teeth, and that's all of the loot and all of the special loot items. So, now, we've got a bunch of fire arrows here. And Laura wanted us to burn her nightgown.
You did it! My nightgown's gone. But the cradle remembers more than I thought. You can't get it all here. You have to go into the past, into the cradle's memories. It's the only way. You'll have to pretend to be one of the patients, so the cradle won't see you. Each of the patients from Whitehall had a favorite toy that they liked. You can use them as keys to go into the cradle's memories. Find one of those toys, and I'll tell you what to do next.
And those toys are just kind of strewn about within the area. Most of them are in the patient's cells, other than the wax mask of the patient from cell 1. I'm just going to go with this one because it's
I think you used to eat with those in the meal hall. The toy you just picked up is a key to the cradle's memories. But now you have to catch him sleepwalking with that candle. There's a special place for each toy. When you put the toy in the right place, you'll enter the past.
I'm just gonna go around and grab all of them because if you get caught,
They let him use those to work in the shock therapy room.
if you get caught while you're in the past, the staff will take away the toy and you have to find a different one. So
He used to watch people with that and painted them too. He liked the observatory.
So I'm just going to go around and collect each toy, and I will have all of them in case something goes wrong.
I didn't like her smile when they let her light the fire in the lounge. She used to play that when she danced for us in the old puppet theater. It's the lobotomy room now.
Birdhouse?
She used to feed birds with that. They let her hang it from the balcony.
And the ashes.
She carried that jar around like it was a real baby in the exercise yard.
And then I'll go and get the wax mask from the treatment rooms over here as well. Just so that I've got all of them in case things go horribly wrong while I'm in the past. As things tend to do for me in these games. And because I'm right here, I will just place the Victrola over there in the... Wait, what?
It worked! You're in the past now. This is what everything looks like, the way the cradle remembers it. It's like a stitch in time. You can't die here because you're inside a patient. But if the staff catch you, they'll take away your toy, and you'll have to find another one. Now will you get my diary? In the real world, it's all torn apart, and we never find all the pages. But in the past, it's just the way I left it, up in the nursery tower. Please find it, and burn it in the morgue.
Now, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to grab the mask off of that chair, but I suppose that works too. Got a quick save. And these asylum staff can be kind of hard to see because, as I mentioned before, my game screen is much darker than the recording. So if they're in the shadows, I can sometimes not even see them. And also, I have no weapons or anything right now, so I'm completely defenseless. Gotta get to the nursery tower. This is to the morgue. Nursery tower's down there, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, because that's the Hall of Records. And here we've got a staff member who patrols around this podium. And the next patrol, the staff member will go into that room. That's when I'll go up there. Oh crap, they found me.
You got caught by the staff. Now you're back in the real world. There are 8 more patients, though. If you find another toy and bring it to the right place, you can go back into the past. But don't break all the toys, or you'll have to go into the past as your real self. If you go to the Hall of Records, you can read about all the patients.
Now we've got up there's the observatory, right here is the lounge, and right there's the exercise yard, so I can use any of these 3. I will use the fireplace in the lounge, as that is the closest to where I want to go. No, I won't go up there. So now, let's try this again. Hopefully without getting caught this time. Oh, come on. You've gotta be kidding me. I'm just gonna reload that because I don't want to have to keep trying over and over again. So that staff member's coming out here to come and investigate because they saw me over there. So I will wait for them to come out here. At least they should come out here. Yep. Okay, maybe they won't come out here, I don't know. If they just passed by that doorway again. Careful. Careful, don't get caught. Come on, go into the other room. Don't see me again. Good. Okay, now I can get up the stairs. Okay, we are now in the nursery tower.
When they started letting the patients stay here, there wasn't enough room for everybody. All of us children had to move here into the nursery tower, where the babies used to be.
And there's a staff member patrolling right up here. Peeking at all the children. Kinda creepy. I suppose just keeping an eye on them. I'm in darkness here, so I'll quick save. Something weird, I'm inside one of the patients, supposedly, but yet I'm still Garrett. And here's Laurel's diary. But we also have... I was able to read it from there. Type of incident: death. Patients, staff members involved: Laurel S. orphan. Witnesses, informants: H. Drept, orphan. Description of incident: 2 orphans were playing in the attic of the asylum area when one of the patients must have killed the girl. A large amount of blood marks the scene of the incident, but no body has been found. A search is underway. The girl's playmate Drept insists the killer was some sort of hag, a gray lady, not a patient. I don't know why there's a single, an apostrophe there and a quote there. Doesn't really make much sense. But, however, since he is just a child and without other witnesses or evidence to back up his story, we can only conclude that one of the patients killed the girl, then hid the body. Conclusions: we must enforce the no orphans near the white ward patient rule. We are lucky the girl has no family to make a fuss. So...
I was playing hide and seek with my friend Drept, but he never found me. Instead, the gray lady found me. I tried to run, but the door was locked, and I couldn't get it open.
Okay. Now, I'm out of time for this episode, so I almost clicked restart. That would have sucked. Oh, not really. I just had a quick save before that. But anyway. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.